you guys are very, very much booked. You guys have Warped Tour, all dates.
Yeah, all of them, every single one.
And then we have Louder Than Life, which, by the way, definitely going to be catching you guys over there for that.
We love fucking Dayseeker. I know that, Noah's been so influenced by Northlane.
I've been a Northlane ultra fan since I was like 15.
A lot of the fusions of the tracks, there's R&B elements, there's like borderline hardcore elements on the beats. The vocals, Sachi, you're killing it on every single track.
Thank you.
They're not ready. I don't know how many times I was replaying the crap out of that.
I mean, but dude, we are ready. People started having like single release parties, and it's like, what are you celebrating? The job's not done. Because it's not blood, it's just the inside of my leg.
I'm gonna need to see pictures later on. It looks like we were.
Do you actually want to? It's fucked up, dude. Can I put it in the chat here?
Bro, holy crap.
Yeah, dude, it's deep as fuck.
All right, guys, my name is George. I'm here with Moshly, interviewing SACE6. Gentlemen, how you guys doing?
We're doing
How's
good.
it going? Thank you for having us.
We're thriving. We're injured, but we're thriving.
All right, Noah, you were telling me pre this interview. What happened? Tell the fans what you did.
Yeah, honestly, it's a good time because I posted on my story before about it, but I just know we're going to talk about it for the next week until it's like healed. I was riding a bird scooter, a Lime scooter, like the ones you sit down on, the Lime gliders. And I hopped up onto the sidewalk because I was trying to get through. And the fucking bus driver I hopped onto the sidewalk because I was going to park. Like I was going to the parking zone for the Lime, and I was passing a city bus, and the driver let down the handicap door without looking, and absolutely smoked my shin. Went down real deep.
Yeah.
Saw how bad it was. I told the bus driver to call the cops. I took my shirt off. I tied a tourniquet around my leg because I thought it was going to bleed like crazy. Like it was deep. Oh. So I was like,
it looked like a shark bit him.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to bleed out. This is bad. Let me tie a tourniquet. I called Sachi immediately. I was like, yo, get to here now. I told him just to go to my location. And so it only hit flesh, which I am insanely lucky for. So there's
it hit muscle. It didn't hit bone.
Yeah, it hit muscle. It didn't hit my bone. It got fucking close to my bone, but didn't hit it. Just, a little rip through the muscle. And there's a massive hole in my leg.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got 3 stitches to pull the muscle back together inside of my leg. And then 10 stitches on top of my leg. And it was the most bizarre experience getting stitched up and having a doctor dig a needle and foreign objects inside of the muscle of my leg. So that was terrible. That was so bizarre.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm glad you guys are. I mean, Noah, I'm glad you're okay.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking if Sachi wasn't there, I genuinely don't know what I would have done. Everyone was like looking at me like I was inconveniencing their day. It was the most bizarre thing ever, dude. I could not believe it. People were like, no one helped me. The bus driver was like, yeah, the cops are coming. And I was like, can you ask them to hurry up? Because like I could bleed out. She was like, all right. And then just walked away. And I was like, dude, what? Like, why is nobody helping me?
You're like, I have a gaping hole in my leg. Can someone just help me up?
Dude, it was a massive hole in my leg. That was bad. That was scary.
You know what? You called your album Brutalist, and here we are having the most brutal freaking injury you can possibly have.
going through
some Thursday night.
Going through some brutal. Oh no, it happened. It happened last night. It happened last night. It happened yesterday at 3 p.m. and we didn't leave the hospital until what 7:20, Sachi?
Yeah.
Or it happened around like 2:30, 2:40.
It's like a 5-hour excursion.
Yeah.
All right, just 5 hours of torture at that point.
Yeah, I had to go to the trauma room.
Oh, dude.
I didn't feel anything for the first like 2 hours of it because of the adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that when you get like a bigger injury, like it takes like a while for you to feel it.
Yeah. Can't really relate because I think the closest injury I've had has been like from the mosh pit broken nose, just popping it back in.
Just get that sucker right back in. Yeah.
Pop it back in and going right into the trauma. But you guys have a busy freaking calendar. Let's just get started right into it. Dropping Brutalist. Like it's coming up soon. One of your biggest albums, I think, debut album.
We're exactly a month away from Brutalist.
Yeah, exactly. And then you guys are very, very much booked. You guys have Warped Tour, all dates.
Yeah, all of them, every single one.
And then we have Louder Than Life, which, by the way, definitely going to be catching you guys over there for that.
Awesome.
And then your Telegram show on the 25th. And then just to add, a little of a sprinkle of pain into it, you guys are also touring for, what was it, Dayseeker?
Yes.
Opening up?
Dayseeker Northlane.
Dayseeker Northlane.
And then Windwalkers too.
Yeah, shout out Windwalkers. And then we do Chiodos in August.
Nice.
Yeah.
So with a whole year of busy, full on traffic and full on debuts and full on tours and festivals, what can you tell us about Brutalist that's going to be out of this world? Because I did get to listen to a little bit early.
Nice.
Some of these songs, my God, people are not ready. I know you guys just are dropped one, what was it, 30 minutes ago online?
Yeah.
Great track. They're not ready for the remainder. And I'm just going to say this now. I think Fabulous, one of the most brutal tracks on that entire album.
Fire. What's your favorite track on the album?
So I'm going to have to probably go with Fabulous.
Really?
Fabulous is one of my favorite ones. It's just raw. Like I told Mosh, I was telling my editor, I was like, you know what? You're gonna have to pay for drywall charges because I just want to punch a hole in the wall every time I listen to it. It's one of the it has one of the most brutal breakdowns. It's just phenomenal. It's just raw, and I think that's what people are gonna really enjoy listening to when it comes to finally listening to the entire track. For you guys, I mean, Sachi, what's one of your favorite tracks? I think you're expecting fans to be like completely shocked going into this.
Shock value wise, I feel like Perfidy, because I feel like it goes in so many directions that you just don't expect it to. And it really truly is just like a roller coaster of a song. And it just takes such different like parts of it's a character development throughout an entire song. And it's the longest song on the project. And I think it's really cool just because it's gonna just take people on the journey with them.
Okay. And what about you, Noah?
Dude, I think Nepenthe. I think people are gonna hear Nepenthe and go. I think it's gonna set the standard for pop adjacent metal. Like it just where this genre is, I feel like it's gonna put a new ceiling up.
I completely agree. Like, first of all, a lot of the fusions of the tracks, there's R&B elements. There's like borderline hardcore elements on the beats, like the 4x4s. It's the breakdowns. They're phenomenal. The vocals, Sachi, you're killing it on every single track.
Thank you.
And for it to be like one of the albums coming out right after signing up with Sumerian, how's that been specifically with this new chapter?
Dude, we fucking love them. The team has been
Sumerian's so
the team has been nothing but the best to work with, and it's like we really feel seen and we really feel just like incredibly honored to like be a part of a label that we watch so many of our favorite bands, influential bands, growing up, seeing that S in the corner. Like it's so cool to be a part of, and we're just so fucking grateful, dude.
Dude, our A&R Sal has signed every single one of my favorite bands of all time.
Shout out Sal, for real.
Shout out Sal, shout out Sean,
shout out Mary,
shout out Destiny, Addison, Julian, who else? Ash, dude, Mary, everybody at that label, dude.
Yeah, shout out Mike.
Oh my God!
The best people, Mike, dude. Best people, and we're like just truly honored to be a part of this, and it's really cool to just like watch it in first person point of view. Like like you have these feelings of like you watch so many bands on YouTube when you were a kid and whatever else, and it's like to actually feel like one of those bands and like just to watch it happen in real time is just so surreal, and it's just really cool.
That's freaking phenomenal. Speaking of new chapters, these tours. Okay, so you're opening for Dayseeker, Wind Waker, Northlane. How's that experience been?
Well, we haven't done that tour yet, but I mean, like, even just like being here before it, like, Dayseeker is one of my favorite bands. I could say one of our favorite bands. Like, we love fucking Dayseeker. I know that Noah's been so influenced by Northlane. And
I've been a Northlane fan, like ultra fan since I was like 15. Those are like one of my all-timers, dude. Dayseeker too. I remember when they first came out with that first record.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, dude. It's just
crazy.
So
cool to like be a part of. Like it's so cool to like be on a bill with those names, with Dayseeker, Northlane, Windwalkers, even Chiodos and all like that whole next tour, and just like seeing our name on like the bill is just it's so cool to be like to have that recognition, and we're just
it's
really
insane,
we're really
yeah.
we're really
the coolest
appreciative
thing
to be taken serious, and
No,
it's really cool.
absolutely. So regarding that chapter being Warped Tour, let's talk about Warped Tour. Like,
hell yeah,
we were doing the countdowns live, and we're just watching all the artists be announced. And the first thing you see after what was it for LA, at least for LA, for the Long Beach show, SACE6 right off the gate, one of the few artists to be dropped. How was that experience? Because I know Warped Tour was asking a lot of the artists to make like a whole delivery presentation, like, oh, I'm being announced for Warped Tour. How was that process, and specifically that invitation?
the invitation was fucking like you can imagine, like being a kid watching so many. I used to stay home from school fake sick and just watch Warped Tour videos all day, and like being able to be a part of that and be asked to play that, like both years that it's been back, like that's insane. I grew up, my whole life wanting to play Warped Tour, and now that we can do that, it's the coolest fucking thing. But like you were saying about like the whole announcements and stuff, like we're a very visual band, and we love going out of our way and making fucking videos and promoting shit like that. It's fun for us.
No, perfect. No, I am going to ask you this question though. So, the aesthetic wise, for the current releases, the black and white aesthetic, it's been bordering line between like romanticized, very beautiful, to these brutality breakdowns in the last couple singles that have been coming out. How was your experience with that, Noah? And then Sachi, same thing. Where has that aesthetic kind of been guiding you guys?
Oh well,
with
dude, Sachi's the visual brain. I do consider myself visual, like to be a visual person. But my weaknesses are definitely translating what's in my brain to visual. Sachi's very, very good at that. So everything visual has been coined from Sachi's brain. He'll find a texture or something and just be able to like put it down on paper and hand me this so then I can go and figure out a sonic off of what he's shown with the texture.
Yeah.
So all this black and white stuff started coming around, and then the further he dove into these textures and the aesthetic of everything, I could start carving out the sound of the record through his eyes. Perfect. And then vice versa. The further I went with the sound, the further he went with the visuals,
Yeah. I mean, black and white came to me because, it's funny because it kind of happened on accident, where we put out a song called Saturate, and it's pretty much just about like, all the color being stripped from your eyes. And then I was thinking about like what the next era of us is going to be. And I loved how honest black and white is, because it's the same way that I want our songs to like resonate with people, where it's like, you can give any song meaning, you can apply that to any aspect of your life. Just because I'm talking about one of my relationships doesn't mean that you can't relate it to a situation with you and your relationship, or with a parent, friend, whatever else. And it's like, having no color allows people to develop what it looks like to them, but it also like puts people in this world that we've built. That's even with the Brutalist architecture, because Brutalist derives from what the sound is. Like that name kind of took its course by like describing what the sound is. Like you have pop music, but we just do it differently to a point where we have this brutal element that we slap on top of it, and vice versa. But it's really cool because like there's a whole world that now our fans can find themselves in, and it's really cool to be a part of something, and it's really cool to want to be a part of something. And I'm just we're both so fucking grateful that so many people have just become a part of this world of ours over the years.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And the numbers prove it. I mean, the fan reaction to not only just the recent releases, but also the singles that are coming up, and with the whole album that I got to pre-listen, I think honestly,
I'm like watching I'm watching the Allure stats live right now.
Yeah. Dude, it's such a blessing, and it's so cool that we get to do this, and it's like just watching all of this happen in real time is so cool. And it's like the one thing that we keep saying is like, dude, the album's not even out yet, and like there's like it's already showing rapid growth in like our fan base just through just through these singles, and like within like tours that we're getting, and like like
dude, our fans have made it feel like we've already dropped the album.
Yeah, 100%. Like they've already made it their entire personalities, and it's like, it's just so
there's already Brutalist tattoos,
Oh yeah.
Who knows? You could fucking hate the record, dude, but they just have faith in us, and that's so cool.
Yeah,
I can
it's
tell
really
you guys
special.
right now, they're not ready. I don't know how many times I was replaying the crap out of that.
I mean, but dude, we are ready. We're
ready.
Dying to get this out.
They might not be ready, but they're very deserving. Like these are like a lot of our fans. Like we have like a Discord with like 800 people in it, which we're so fucking grateful for. And it's so cool because like, yeah, there's new people coming in all the time, but like majority of these people have been in it since like the jump. And like our fans have just been so fucking loyal. Like every support tour that we've done, like we're not even worried about if anyone's going to know us because these kids just show up and they get barricaded. Like they wait outside like for hours, like just to see us play. And it's like, they've already seen the set 900 times. Like they don't care. And it's just so cool. It's like, it's the coolest shit in the world to see.
Perfect.
We love it.
Regarding the lyrical part, I know with Sachi, we talked about a bit about the textures that inspired you and kind of the thought process behind it. Is there a specific lyric in the entire album that just resonated with you that I think fans are just going to go wild for?
Yeah, I mean, like, and that even goes back to like the way that I write because like I don't think about what I'm saying or what I'm doing as the song's being created. Like I fully just like step out of my body and let the story create itself. I don't try to apply it to like any specific story. I can't just like write about one thing. It has to just happen on its own. And it's really cool because it allows me to become a fan of like our music, like past it. So like this answer might change a year after the album's out. I might listen to one of the songs and be like, holy shit, that's what I was talking about. And like, that's really cool. But like, as of right now, there's a lyric in, it doesn't matter. There's a lyric in Dolores. And I say, nobody wake me from this bad dream, even if I'm asking. And that honestly just like rips me to fucking shreds. And like, I love it. I feel like that song lyrically definitely fucks me up a lot. It was, harder to write just because of like the lyrics. Uneven, I feel like it's not even about what I'm saying. It's about how I'm saying the lyrics in Uneven and Noah too. That is like, I think some of the most devastating vocals and lyrics that I've ever heard of Noah's. And that song is just honestly so fucking special just because of the emotion that is conveyed in that song. Like it's so fucking like you believe it. You can't listen to that song and be like, I don't believe what you're saying. Like it's fully like the emotions there. And that I feel like that applies to the rest of the record is really just like the emotion is just so evident.
Perfect. So here's my question. With this tour coming, with all these tours and festivals coming up, and then the songwriting process and how everything kind of works, how do you guys disengage, with your free time? What do you guys like to do to kind of disengage, pull back before diving right back into it?
I don't really have any hobbies, to be honest. This is all I do. To be honest, that's all I do.
I mean, like, honestly, like, I feel like when we like exit like writing in tour mode, we kind of just like go right back into it. Like we just enjoy doing it,
Yeah, this is our life. This is what we love.
Our leisure time is just like writing without the stress of a due date,
Yeah.
I don't know. Me personally, I love going to the park and hanging out. I got a park spot that I'm always at. I'm a real big walk around kind of guy, riding bikes around. Riding bikes is like one of my favorite things to do in the world, and it's been that way since I was a little kid. So
yoga, you do yoga?
Yeah, I go to yoga as much as my body will allow me. I got a really cool group of teachers that I go to and trust a lot, and they really help me learn new things about myself and my body, which is really, really good. Just staying in mental and physical shape. I've been a lot more outdoorsy as of late.
I like thrifting. I go thrifting a lot. I love fashion. I love just, thrifting clothes, making clothes, altering clothes, very fun for me. But other than that, it's really just everything just goes back to the band, which is the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
We love what we do, so we ain't working,
I love that. I guess going back to a little bit of the album itself, what was the thought process between the track list itself? Because I did hear like a lot of it, and there's definitely, I'm not trying to spoil anything. There's a narrative going on. I think, Sachi, you kind of hit on the point. There's going to be lyrics that are just going to tie and interblend with some of the songs in like such a creative manner that I'm really excited for people to hear. How did you guys set up the track list order?
Noah curated the track listing. I mean, I was definitely involved in it, but he has such an ear for like what songs would flow well into each other. And it's just like, it's the coolest shit. I love when albums like tell a story and like even the way that I write with like how I write without intention, Noah can hear the intentions that I can't almost until they resonate with me as well. And it's really special to just like listen to the album front to back and hear the whole story as it progresses. But Noah, if you want to add anything.
Yeah. You're talking you're talking about the physical track listing, right? Like not like song titles. You're talking about like flow and order of the record itself.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Well, so I've always been super invested in how bands write albums. I'm an album guy. I'm not a singles guy. I really dislike singles. I hate the environment and the industry that it's created. It's shortening people's careers. It's creating this big influx of artists that just won't survive because everybody's just going for the next big hit. And not all of us can have big hits, people can only focus on so many things at once. So to really counteract against that, we're really trying to bring back art pieces and albums being a big deal. People started having like single release parties, and it's like, what are you celebrating? The job's not done. Like, you're celebrating 3 minutes of work, and it's just like, there's so much pride in also being able to put together such a lengthy, extensive piece of art versus like, okay, well, this is the single and this is the only thing we're going to focus on for the next year. It's just like, we just want that hit. It's like, we don't want a hit. We want hits. Like, we want everything to be a hit. We're also the kind where we don't write with like the thought that like, oh, let's see if this makes the album. It's like, if we get past a hook on the song, it is on the album one way or another. We are not wasteful writers. Like, we use everything that we have to our advantage. Like, we're not going to waste time on an idea that like, oh, somebody might like this. It's like, it's not about other people liking it. It's about us liking it. It's what we want, like
there's no unreleased demos for any, body of work.
There's no songs that like, oh, like, are you guys going to do a deluxe? Like, did any songs not make it? It's like, no, because everything that we liked was there. Yeah. If we didn't like the idea, we're not going to waste our creative energy on it and, try to force it out of us, Yeah.
Like
if it's really taking some time, like, we'll sit on it. And if a song is taking us longer than like a week to like put together, then it's just like, all right, we need to take some time away from this song. That happened with Uneven. With Uneven, Sachi had that first half of the song done, and we had it like that for so long because I couldn't figure out a way to make it go anywhere. And like, we were also doing the other songs on the record, so we just didn't get around to it. But like, in between that song, we were making like Fabulous was made in less than a night. Nepenthe was made in 24 hours. Like, all these other songs went from a thought to a finished mixed record in 24 hours. But Uneven was just one of those songs where I was just like, I just didn't. It's almost like I wasn't ready for it. And then one night Sachi was, and he put these chords over it, and it was almost like, how the fuck did we not think of this before? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you spend so much time.
I was listening to a lot of Hundredth.
I
was listening to a lot of Hundredth and Ethel Cain, and I was like, this is almost like what I'm feeling, and this is what Uneven felt like it was missing.
Yeah, you spend so much time like bringing together and curating all these different ideas, and it's just like, when it finally clicks, you feel like kind of dumb. You're just like, that's what it was the whole time. Like, I couldn't get that out, but it's cool because like when they're like, we don't normally, thankfully, have the challenge of completing a song, but when we do, it's a cool thing to look at from like when you take a step back, because it's like, okay, we had to grow into it. Like, time had to pass for us to know what to do with this song. It's not a business model when we write our music. Like, it's a genuine journey for ourselves. Like, we're not businessmen being like, this is gonna, like, we're writing this because it has splice samples that were used on the Billboard Top 100 splice sample pack, and like, we're gonna put this here, and like, reading analytics where people are like, oh, well, songs have to end at 2 minutes and 42 seconds if you want like the most replay value. It's like, we're not into that shit, dude. And fuck that shit. Like your music isn't a fucking stock, you know? Treat your music like art. Bring art back, bro.
Hell yeah. Well, first of all, I can say this. It's a masterclass. It's a masterclass album. I think, and not to like overhype it, but I really do think this is going to be one of the top albums for like the next 3 months that are competitively just masterclass. It's just art from beginning to end. So my question is, with the live performances, how are we going to translate a lot of those textures and sonic sounds into the live performance itself?
Just as is, you know. The album's already set up in a way where it just flows perfectly together, and we usually, you know, we'll be making we'll talk about the set together first, and like we'll listen to it on like our phones just to like see what order fits best, and then I'll throw it into Logic, and we'll get the stems for everything and drop them into the playback session, and like I'll start like experimenting with like drones and stuff in between songs so that there's no empty tension the way it flows. Like, you know, we've talked about even just, you know, one day just playing it front to back as is, you know, the exact timestamp, you know, there's really nothing else that it needs, you know. I think it'd be a really cool thing to present an album like that too. It's like it went straight from what you heard to live, you know. I don't think a lot of people really do that either, is play their album like exactly as is, like transitions and all. I think that's a pretty rare thing and a pretty cool thing also.
Yeah.
Right. No worries. Quick. It looks like I'm a little bit frozen. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. You're good.
Okay, perfect.
Maybe if you like turn your camera off and turn it back on, it'll like.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the Nintendo 64 thing, you know, plug it in and plug it out. Let's see what happens. Okay, shoot. Let me see what I can do here. Anything you guys want to tell your fans? I know we're kind of running a little bit on time. Anything you guys want to tell your fans and you know, upcoming new audience that are coming into you guys?
We love you.
We love you
and
so much.
We love you, and you are safe here.
Yes.
Perfect.
And I hope you guys are all ready for this album, and we'll see you soon at one of the shows. We love you.
Go do something for someone today.
You know, I love
that's
that.
A good one.
Yeah, that's a very good one. Lastly, Noah, we hope you have a speedy recovery with this. Hopefully,
thank you. Yeah,
because that's just a brutal, gnarly kind of situation.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I might be a fucking goner.
Well,
but then once Sachi got there, I was like, all right, I'm good. Yeah. I was just bugging. I've never had an injury like that. So like when you see a hole in your body, you're like, oh, that's it, dude. Fuck. It's so funny because when the LA Fire Department pulled up, they were the EMT on site. The first thing I asked, I was like, yo, I'm in a band and we're leaving to Australia in a few days, and I need to go on this tour. Like, I can't fuck this up for everyone. Am I gonna be okay? And they started dying laughing, and they're like, you'll be good, dude. Like you'll be good in like a week. Which is insane because like I've never seen an injury like this. And like I would never assume. I thought it was gonna be like a month of recovery. They're like, nah, it'll be healed in like a week.
You're fucking chilling, man.
So I was like, what? But yeah, if people saw the picture, they would be like, yeah, that doesn't look like that would heal in a week.
Is that going to be a thought for the next album cover? Just like Noah's injury.
Hell no. That is like, dude, I've been sending it around to my friends, and I've just been like, yo, like, tell me right now if you're comfortable with gore. And they're like, well, I can handle a little bit of blood. And I'm like, all right, then you're not going to be able to handle this. Because it's not blood. It's just the inside of my leg.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You see like a muscle just like torn in half. It's nasty, dude.
You know what? I'm gonna need to see pictures later on. But it looks like we're.
Do you actually want to? It's fucked up, dude. Can I put it in the chat here?
Yeah, you can drop it in the chat.
Can I actually do that? Oh, dude.
I think I'm still frozen. That's the worst part,
dude. All right. You're getting a 3-piece real quick.
Well,
I hope you're ready.
Let's see what I can do.
Are you sure you're comfortable with seeing this?
Oh, dude. I constantly being in the ER for injuries and
okay, yeah.
I'm chilling. Plus, little side note, you know, working in the medical field is always, you know, always a little plus. Let's take a look.
Ugh.
Oh. Bro, holy crap.
Yeah, dude, it's deep as fuck.
Dude, the stitches are protruding. Like, holy crap.
Dude, the doctor did an unreal job with the stitches. I cannot believe how well
he killed
patched
it.
me up.
Yeah, this is dude, this is just gnarly.
Dude, it's straight up gore.
For those, like, again, most of the audience is not going to be able to see this, but the best way I can describe it is just like this, like, think about it, just going to like a local butcher, he's like a deep cut, just slice down the, like,
he's got venison hanging in the back, and he's just going to town.
Yeah, and then the repair job is just like, think like Frankenstein's like the classic Frankenstein stitches across.
It literally looks like when people get stitches like on like the joints of their body, like when they get wrist stitches and like finger stitches tattooed.
Yeah.
Or like the neck stitch tattoo, like the Jack Skellington. Who is it in Jack Skellington's wife? What's her name?
Sally.
Yeah, it looks like that. It's the most stitches looking stitches ever. But I cleaned it today. I did a good job. That thing is sparkling clean.
No, that's just All right,
it's rough, dude.
We're running out of time, so I'm gonna just say this: Brutalist comes out May 8th on the 20th of this year. Anything you guys want to say?
We love you.
Yeah, we love you. We're going crazy.
So for everyone here at Moshly, thank you guys. You guys are freaking amazing. For our listeners and audience, appreciate it so much. Make sure to catch them on their next tour, opening for Dayseeker, for the Telegram show here in LA on the coming up pretty soon on September 25th. And if you're at Warped Tour, make some noise, open that pit. We're gonna have a good time.
Woo. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, man.
Roars. Have a good one, you guys.
All right. Great.
Thank you, dog.